Alright, guys. So, this one is on pumpkins, radishes, and rhubarb. Actually, we're gonna go pumpkins, radishes, rhubarb, and rutabagas. Nope. Really? Yeah, I'll do all four. So, here we go. Pumpkins! And I'm gonna be getting the seeds for the blue pumpkins. Can't wait for that. Because I have seen those pumpkins and they're really cool looking, so I can't wait. And I'm definitely going to be planting the white ones. So, and probably some of the bigger pumpkins, and we can make some pretty decent money off from those too. So, alright. Pumpkins are easier to grow than to classify. At least 3 different species are called pumpkins, and all can also correctly be called squash. Pumpkins dislike being transplanted, so it's best to direct sow them in hills 1 to 2 weeks before the last frost. I cannot talk. Plant 3 seeds per hill, leaving about 4 feet between the hills. Keep the area well weeded until the plants begin to vine. Now, in a square foot garden, you can do your vertical trellises. In ours, we're going to use their pallets and or the logs on the property to do the trellises for the pumpkins, because you have to make sure they're sturdy enough to hold them. So, and you'll get a better crop of them too, because they're going to be vining up. So, when your thumbnail doesn't easily cut the skin, cut the vine a few inches from the fruit, leaving a good handle. The fruit must be cured, which allows the skin to harden. Field curing is done by leaving the pumpkins in a bright, sunny, dry spot in the garden for 7 to 10 days. Cover them if frost threatens. Store them indoors. Giant pumpkins require special coddling. Choose a variety such as Dill's Atlantic Giant, a proven prize winner. In the fall, select a sunny spot 30 feet in diameter and dig manure in the soil. In spring, prepare a hill 8 to 10 feet in diameter and plant 4 seeds in the center, watering well. When the seedlings have 4 to 6 true leaves, pinch off all but the best plant. Alternatively, you can start seeds indoors or in a cold frame and bring them outside when the soil warms up. Protect the large leaves and vines against the wind and water deeply once or twice a week. Right. Radishes. Radishes like cool weather against constant moisture. Radishes like cool weather, constant moisture, and uninterrupted growth. For a steady supply, make small weekly plantings in April and May, and then again in August and September. For succession plantings, keep in mind that the longer the radish, the better it tolerates the heat. Till the radish bed to a depth of 8 inches, mixing in organic matter. Make furrows with a yardstick, spacing them about 3 inches apart, and sow the seeds at a depth of half of an inch. Space the seeds about 1 inch apart when 2 inches tall, thin to 3-inch spacing. Most radishes are ready to harvest in less than a month. If mulched with straw, the fall varieties can remain in the garden through the winter to be harvested as you need them. Now, one thing with the radishes, and I'm going to try them, I'm going to go ahead and try the radish ferments. First of all, is healthier, and second of all, I want to try to find a way that I will actually eat them, because I've never really cared for radishes, but they are really healthy, so. Alright, rhubarb. And I have, these unfortunately only have 2 crowns in them. I have 2 packages, so I have 4, so I'm going to have to buy a few more. But I have gotten those, so my nose itches. 3 to 4 root crowns will produce all the rhubarb you can eat. Okay, so we have 4. I'm still gonna get some more because we can also sell it. In the spring, dig planting holes several inches deep and 8 inches apart. Add compost or fertilizer and place a single piece of root in each hole, covering it with about 1 inch of soil. Do not harvest these plants the first year. The rhubarb did really good the first year that I planted it. And I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen to it now. It's, I mean, it might end up just growing pretty good. I might talk to Aaron about that and be like, hey, you could probably get some money out of it. So, because there are quite a few people that really do like rhubarb. So. Add a few side dressings during the season so they'll grow lots of tops. The next season, harvest some stalks when they're 8 to 10 inches tall. Gently pull out and up on the ones you want to tear away from the plant. Remove tall seed pods from rhubarb. Who's rhubarb? It's supposed to be rhubarb, and I said rhubarb. And I'm doing my video, by the way. That's a new homesteading dude, rhubarb. Remove tall seed pods from rhubarb. I don't know rhubarb, but I wonder if it's related. He's related to rhubarb. To prolong the harvest. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in a goofy mood. Caution: do not eat the leaves, which are toxic. They will kill you. They're poisonous. During the second year, plants may pull out tall seed pods. The plants are not going to pull the tall seed pods themselves. You have to do it. Because if your plants start pulling their own seed pods, that means they're demon possessed and you need to kill them. The more stalks you harvest, the more the plants will produce. Divide them every 4 or 5 years in the fall or in the spring before growth starts. Do this by driving a shovel into the middle of a plant. And digging up half of the root. Fill the hole with compost. This forces the plant to produce younger, better crowns. Alright. And then the last one on this is rutabagas, which I have not had, but I probably will plant. Plant rutabagas in mid-June or about 90 days before your planned harvest, which should occur shortly after the first frost. Sow the seeds about a 1/4 inch deep with 8-inch spacing. Provide plenty of moisture until the seedlings are growing strong. Then mulch well and water deeply once a week. Harvest rutabagas after a few frosts, but before the ground freezes. Cut the tops and store them like carrots in a root cellar or basement. Good roots will keep for up to 6 months if you store them just above freezing with 90% humidity. Alright, so that was pumpkins, radishes, rhubarb, and rutabagas. The next one will start on spinach. So I'm going to try to get this one up there and see if I can get a couple more out. So I will see you guys in a minute. Bye, guys.